These thick and chewy chocolate chip cookies are the best thing that you can make if you have stiff starter discard. They're sweet and you cannot tell that there is sourdough in them. To make the cookies, you need sourdough starter at 50% hydration or less because cookie recipe is usually low hydration one, so we do not want too much water in our starter. You can use either discard or even active starter. Place the starter in a food processor or a blender and then add one large egg which weighs about 50 grams. Process both ingredients until they become a smooth mixture. After you're done, put this mixture in the refrigerator until it's cold and thick. It should take about an hour or so. Then we will prepare the dry ingredients, which include bread flour to get chewier cookies, and then double acting baking powder, baking soda, and salt. Stir all the dry ingredients until completely mixed. Set aside the dry ingredients while we prepare the butter and sugar. Put granulated sugar and brown sugar in the mixer bowl and then add cold butter that has been cubed and then beat the three ingredients with flat beater or paddle attachment. Beat the mixture until it resembles wet sand. After it has become wet mixture, we will add the starter mixture that we put in the refrigerator earlier. It should be cold and thick. We also add vanilla extract for fragrance. Beat the mixture again until fully combined. After the wet ingredients are completely combined, we will add the dry ingredient mixture or the flour mixture into the bowl. Using low speed, mix everything until the dry ingredients are completely hydrated or wet. This step should take about 1 minute or less. Now we are going to manually fold in the chocolate chips. Stir using spatula to incorporate the chocolate chips into the dough. After the chips are incorporated into the dough, everything is mixed. We will put this cookie dough inside the refrigerator. Since my mixer bowl is really big, I will transfer my dough into different container that will fit better in my refrigerator. But if your mixer bowl can fit in your refrigerator, you don't have to transfer this dough into different container. Just cover the cookie dough and then put it or store it in the refrigerator for about 1 hour until it's not too sticky to scoop. After 1 hour, the dough should be firmer and easier to handle. The next step is dividing the dough according to the number of cookies that you want to make. I want to make bigger cookies, so I am going to divide my dough into 9 equal pieces, which weigh about 100 grams each. Smaller dough balls tend to produce crispier or drier cookies. And also, different sizes of dough balls require different baking duration. After weighing the dough, I shape it into a rough ball and then place it on a parchment-lined container. In this case, I use a baking pan. If you want smoother cookies, then you can shape the dough into smooth balls. But since I want my cookies to have artisan looking, I leave my dough balls rough. Once we're done shaping the dough, we will cover this dough and then store it in the freezer until completely frozen. This recipe is a perfect make ahead one. So if you want to, you can leave the dough balls frozen up to 1 month before baking them. Just be sure that your baking powder is active. Place the dough balls in the freezer for at least 4 hours or until they are completely frozen. After the dough balls are completely frozen, you can put them on a parchment-lined baking pan. For even cooking or baking, I bake my dough in 2 batches. At this moment, I'm already preheating my oven to 375 degrees Fahrenheit or 190 degrees Celsius with fan on. If you don't have any fan in your oven, then preheat your oven to 200 degrees Celsius or 400 degrees Fahrenheit. Bake the cookie dough for about 12 to 14 minutes, depending on how soft you want your cookies to be. The edges of the cookie should be set and browned while the center or the middle is still soft. Let the cookies sit on the pan for 5 minutes before transferring them onto the cooling rack. The cookies continue cooking as they sit on the baking pan after being baked. So if you want cookies with gooey centers, bake them for a shorter amount of time or about 12 minutes.